Right, so what do we got for some movies this week?
There's no movies out, but Logan's out on the weekend, and that's all we care about, isn't it?
Well, we do only care about that. Well, we covered a couple of mine. Bill Paxton.
Yeah. And the Oscars, like, we've nothing to say about them.
That was the second thing as well. Actually, the thing I had about that was the bloody error.
Yeah.
What the hell happened there? Isn't like they did their speeches before they realised what was going on.
Yeah. PricewaterhouseCoopers control all the letters.
Yeah.
They've done it for like 80 years. And it's the first time it's ever happened.
I didn't watch it all. I watched like a little more than half, and then I was just like, I've got to get out of here. And then I heard about it in the morning. I never watched anything on it, but I didn't know they did the bloody speeches. Yeah. I thought it was like, error, sorry, they're halfway walking up. Sit the fuck down.
No, it took a while. Yeah.
That's bad, man.
It's really bad.
Is someone getting fired over that?
I doubt it. Like,
no?
It's just a screw up.
Just a, yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, Warren Beatty rang it.
Was everyone okay? Everyone was okay?
Everyone's okay. Like, the thing is, La La Land were the one that had to give it up.
Yeah.
But La La Land had already won 6 Oscars. Yeah. Including Best Director.
Sure.
So it's not like, and the producer who took it on behalf of La La Land, he was really gracious and he gave it to the producer of Moonlight, saying he's really happy. Nice. He's his friend.
Sure.
He's happy for it. So it's not that big a deal. Like
you mentioned Denzel didn't look
he did not look happy. Huh? Yeah, because he just won the award for Fences.
He probably wanted it with his co-star because
she won.
Yeah. And she was great.
Yeah.
So.
And then Casey Affleck has like some personal like things that are going wrong with like court cases and accusations. Oh, yeah? Like he's accused of sexual assault.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
So there's like 2 women that came out about that, like sexual harassment.
Interesting.
On set and stuff with him.
Interesting.
And people are like, oh, you shouldn't nominate him. And then other people are like, well, it's an acting award.
It's an acting award, and also, like people can say that. You got to follow it up, like
he hasn't been convicted of it. Nothing's happened. It's just been accused.
I can say that about you tonight, and hopefully it doesn't go.
Yeah, not again.
Far.
Yeah,
get your hand off my knee.
It's just that thing of like you can't condemn the man without it happening.
Yeah,
but Denzel didn't look happy, and I don't know if he didn't look happy because Casey Affleck had those bad rumors around him.
Sure. Or
because Denzel just thought like I deserve to win this.
I feel like wasn't it last Oscars he had the whole honoring thing? Like where they did the whole he got some special award, or it might have been the year before.
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, he's a legend. Like I love him. It might have just been a camera off moment thing. Like it got him.
No, because he didn't look. It was like
it was on him for 10 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, it was when they're announcing everything, and everyone looks at the camera and smiles and be like, "Hi, I got nominated for Oscar," and he didn't. He's just like sitting there, stone faced, just like, "I want to win this. I want to win this." Wow. Okay. And he kind of looked like he had tears in his eyes when he didn't win, and it's just like, oh.
Have you seen Fences?
I haven't seen it.
No, never have I.
But the deal with Fences is that he was in the play first.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And he directed this and all that.
Yeah.
So he's been sitting on this film for like 10 or 12 years.
Yeah.
So obviously it means a lot to him.
You know when you do something and you're like really going for it, and you think like, oh, this is gonna be it. Yeah. It's usually not. It's usually the stuff that you think like, oh, I want it for that, or oh, they acknowledged me for this or that. It's usually what you least expect. So I bet you he was probably thinking, this is some of my best work to date.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, because he put all the time into the play and he was doing it day after day, perfecting it.
Sometimes when you try too hard, or you just you put all your eggs in one basket. It's just like, I don't know.
Well, that's the thing of he didn't win for Malcolm X, which everyone says is his best performance. It's just raw and powerful, and he did win for Training Day, which was good. But the competition that year, he probably shouldn't have won based on that.
Yeah, it depends who you're up against. Yeah.
The thing with this that surprised me though is that, like, based on everything I've seen Denzel Washington do in interviews and the way he talks about Hollywood, and at the age he's at, he's very calm about everything. He understands it's a business. He's very open and honest. He's blunt about a lot of things. Yeah. He doesn't get sucked into the hype or anything. He's a real down to earth kind of guy.
Oh yeah.
But seeing him get emotional and like care about this, I was very surprised by that.
Oh yeah.
And I know like the play means a lot to him and he put a lot of effort in. But even then, like I remember seeing Denzel on a round table about a month ago dealing with this. And like one of the questions was the kind of question they always ask. It's like, do you find that like filmmaking's a hard job? And he just shut it down. He just said, no. Hard job is going off to Afghanistan and fighting and watching your friends die. Yeah. Like he totally cut through the bullshit of Hollywood. Like he doesn't have any time for the pretentious actors. And when he's hearing about like actors who need to get into character and all that, he's just like, just do your job. It's just a job. Yeah. So to see him get that worked up at the Oscars, which is like the glitziest, glamorous thing.
Yeah.
I was like, that doesn't seem like Denzel to me.
Yeah.
So, maybe he's just pissed off Casey Affleck was a bad guy.
Possibly. I never even heard about those allegations.
So we weren't going to talk about Oscars, but we have.
Yeah, we have. Leads in with one more Oscar thing. Suicide Squad.
Yeah, is now an Oscar winner.
They won something. It was costume or was it makeup?
Makeup and hair.
Makeup, yeah. I was watching that part. It was, I mean, to be fair, it was up against Star Trek.
That was the only real competition.
The other one, I didn't even know the film.
Yeah, there's only 3. Yeah.
So obviously, I was hoping for Star Trek because I'm a Trekkie.
Also, because it had good makeup in it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like it was almost, I don't know, I was going to say it was almost like bad for Star Trek because there's so many aliens people just come to expect, this is like an alien.
If you think about it, like Spock, that's makeup.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
But it doesn't even compute.
A lot of people, don't compute that.
You're just like, oh no, that's Spock. He has easy ears. Like, no, those are fake ears. He doesn't really have.
In every shot, there's an alien. Yeah. Whereas in Suicide Squad, it's just like sometimes there's some normal Marines and there's this and that. But
there's only 2 real decent makeup in that. The Killer Croc.
Oh, yeah.
And I think some of that was CGI assisted.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
And the Witch at some points was good. Up until she became... Or Enchantress, up until she was dancing around. And she's all CGI.
Yeah.
So it's like, really? That's what got you an Oscar?
Yeah, it's weird, yeah.
But at the same time, like, I don't like the movie.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people who work hard on that.
Of course.
And I'm very glad that
they need to be acknowledged.
Like, I'm not going to say, they shouldn't give it to them. I was like, no,
I think Suicide Squad had a really good branding. Like, I like that neon branding they had. I thought that was
awesome.
You
mentioned that. Yeah. It just didn't match what the movie was.
Yeah, but it was good and striking, and I liked it. So, yeah.
Back to DC there, we're going to stay on it.
Yeah.
Last week we said he's out. He's back in. The Batman director is back again.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard.
So I guess he's
just all over the place.
It's just all over the place, mate.
Yeah.
So he's back in. He's doing it. He's confirmed.
Yeah.
People say it might have been a negotiation tactic.
Sure.
He's like, he didn't get enough money or whatever. So he's back in. He's doing it. I think he's still doing War of the Planet of the Apes this year. And then...
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, like he's a good director. He's a good big budget blockbuster director.
Yeah.
Which is not what I wanted of a Batman movie.
Yeah.
But at least he's got some talent or whatever.
Yeah, he's got something to back it up. He's bringing some power at least. So.
And then on another segue, I'm just smoothly moving around.
Yeah. I was doing that earlier on.
The Batman Lego movie.
Yeah.
The director of that is directing, not confirmed, but there's a rumor they're making a Nightwing movie.
Nightwing.
Oh, here we go. Time for Nerdy Neri to come out.
Nerdy Neri.
Nightwing is Dick Grayson. He was originally the first Robin.
Oh, okay.
So you know Robin, little Robin in Lego Batman, little Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
He's one of the first characters in comic books who ever had a growth, like an actual physical growth. Everyone stays the same age, basically.
Okay.
But in the Batman comics, he came around like in the 40s.
Right.
Robin made his first appearance.
Interesting.
He had the yellow cape. He's Robin. That was like the most popular thing that had ever happened to Batman.
Nice.
They brought Robin in, gave him a kid sidekick, and it became so popular that they gave a kid sidekick to everybody. Everybody got one. That's where Bucky Barnes came from, like Captain America's guy.
That's awesome.
They're like, and Captain Marvel, he can have, Captain Marvel Jr. and all that.
Yeah.
Superman, Superboy.
Yeah.
That's what they went nuts with it because...
Fantastic.
Yeah. After a point in the 60s, they kind of aged him up. So he wasn't 12 years old anymore and he wasn't 16. He was a little bit older.
Yeah.
And he joined the Teen Titans, which made the TV show and all that.
Okay.
And he created a new name for himself. He called himself Nightwing.
Okay.
So he became Nightwing, his own character outside of Batman's world, and he grew up and became his own guy.
Oh, shit.
And then there was another Robin, and then another Robin, another Robin, another. He's like, there's been like 7 Robins.
Oh, wow.
So Nightwing is the first Robin. He's now the oldest Robin. He in like comic world, he's like mid-20s. And, he was a great acrobat, Dick Grayson. His parents got killed. Batman took him in. Him and Batman are like father, son. And at one point after Batman got killed, Nightwing took over as Batman.
Yeah.
And that's usually what everyone thinks is that he will be the Batman one day, even though no one's ever going to kill Batman off.
Sure.
Bruce Wayne will always be there. So this movie, it's a bit of a left field one. It's another Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
no one knows who the fuck
Seems
Nightwing
very
is.
random. Yeah. That's good though.
But he's like a Batman, which is like everyone's like cool, but he's not a dickhead.
Yeah.
Because Dick Grayson's still Robin. He's still charming, funny, like he's really handsome. He's like the bestest guy in the whole universe.
Right.
And he's friends with everybody. He's friends with Superman. He's friends with the Teen Titans.
Yeah.
He's friends with the Justice League.
Yeah.
Because he started since he was Robin. So he's like the this weird midpoint of the whole DC universe.
Right.
And like I said, he's dark and he's got the black costume and
yeah.
He beats people up with like eskrima sticks, 2 big sticks that have like electrical balls and shit. He's like he's dangerous motherfucker.
Sure.
He's awesome, but he's not Batman. He's not like I lost my parents and I hate everybody.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, things are the way they are. Whatever.
Sure.
That's the movie that's coming out from the Lego Batman director.
Are you're looking forward to it?
I don't know if that happens. It could be good, but it's a DC movie, so fuck it. It's ruined already.
They're going to sort themselves.
But it looks like they're getting on track.
We hope so.
There's been a lot of ups and downs in the last couple of months. Like Flash, the script is getting redone, and Justice League and Wonder Woman doesn't look great or whatever. And there's previews, but it seems like after this shitstorm, they might be getting back on track.
Okay.
How the fuck they're going to fit all that in together?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We shall see. But that's interesting. I like the little backstory on that. And most people probably won't know that. So it's good to kind of dive into it, and it gives them the opportunity to tell that story as well.
Because in the universe they've created in Batman Superman, they have the Robin suit with the Joker's graffiti on it.
Okay.
So that means that Robin's dead.
Right.
Which means that has to be the second Robin.
Yeah. And you were annoyed with him dying by a young Joker.
Yeah, by a young Joker, and they never mention it. They never talk about it.
And he puts his dead uniform in a glass.
Yeah, but now they're going to bring in Nightwing, and
interesting.
It just seems it's a mess.
Seems like
the universe is a mess, but if they just leave the movies on their own, they might be okay. Like if the Batman movie is just Batman, and Nightwing's just Nightwing, it's like all right, that works.
Yeah,
just tell a good movie.
I guess so. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, I'd be interested in the Nightwing movie.
Yeah,
because the guy's never done live action. This is first live action.
Yeah.
So to go into live action with a big blockbuster, I don't think it'll happen. It'd be nice if they made it smaller, tighter, like less of like the world's gonna end kind of thing, and just had like a really cool little detective-y kind of story.
Sure.
That's what I'd like to see.
All right. Well, you won't be seeing that, but
okay. Yeah, it's never gonna get made. But it could also be really funny. Like he makes like Lego Batman.
Who would you see playing that
Chris
role?
McKay. Yeah, there's a lot of people now that are speaking up, being like, I could do it. The guy from Supernatural, he said he'd like to do it.
Oh, yeah.
The long-haired one.
Yeah.
Jared Padalecki.
Yeah.
He said he wanted to do it. But everybody who's between the age of 20 and 40 is going to say they want to do it.
You know who as soon as you mentioned that role, you know who came to mind was the guy that played in Smallville, blonde hair Smallville guy.
Wait, the guy who played Aquaman in Smallville?
Could have been.
Or the guy who's playing Arrow in Arrow?
Arrow.
Oh, yeah. But he can't do that because he's playing Arrow. It makes no sense.
Well, he's not playing... No, not in the Arrow TV show.
No. Oh, the Arrow from the Smallville version.
Yeah, from Smallville. I don't know why. He just came to mind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's got that clean-cut look. But everybody's got that.
You and I have it.
The thing about Dick Grayson, though, is he's the world's greatest acrobat.
Right.
So you got to nail that. And there's not a lot of actors who are acrobats.
You've got CGI.
That's true. Like Tom Holland, who plays Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He did do acrobatics.
Yeah.
So he can do a backflip.
What was it? Tom Cruise does a lot of his stunts.
He does a lot of his own
stunts. I think
a young Tom Cruise would be
perfect. I was
perfect.
say Hugh Grant. But
no, I wouldn't put him down as a superhero.
I had Lego Batman on my list. We've already talked about it.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to Logan. We already talked about it. The last thing I had, I don't know if you know about this, but Patrick Stewart, our friend.
Oh, our lovely friend, Sir Patrick Stewart.
Yeah. He's pretty much saying goodbye to the X-Men series in Logan as well. Did you know about this?
I heard about this. He was on the Graham Norton show.
We were watching it. He mentioned it in there. I don't know if that was an exclusive.
I think it was. Hugh Jackman was sitting there and he's like, "Oh, okay."
What you know what was hilarious about this? There's this like photo going around, and it's
and Ian McKellen popped up.
Yeah, cool. Ian McKellen's, but then it's what's his name? Fassbender.
Yeah,
he was on the show like not long ago, but with
McAvoy.
But with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
So it looked like it was a really long story, and Magneto had turned into turned into the older version, and it was just like a really long story, bro, or something like that. I can't remember what it said, but it was pretty good. But so he mentioned that on that show.
He might as well finish.
I can kind of see that as well, and I think it's a nice finish. But both of them, the way they reacted to that film and like the ending and the way it
gets you excited.
I was just like, man, we need to see this film. Yeah, like we need to see.
And for everyone who is listening, they should know the commentary we have it out now.
Yeah.
When you hear this, it might not be out now. It might be out tomorrow, but it's out this week. We have our commentary on the Wolverine.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I don't know, like, how big a fan of Wolverine are you?
I'm a big fan.
Or are you more Hugh Jackman fan?
No, I'm both. I love Wolverine.
Yeah.
And I love, Hugh Jackman. Follow Hugh Jackman on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
follow him around.
Yeah,
yeah. I'd even go and see him. Like he had a musical in Toronto.
Very talented man, triple threat man.
He's a good guy. Yeah, and he's a down to earth, genuine, nice guy as well. He's like a super nice guy. He's great in Eddie the Eagle.
Still haven't seen it now.
Love that film.
He's in Les Miserables.
Yep. He's a good singer. So yeah, big Wolverine fan.
Yeah,
and know a lot about the series. And then
you know about the series, but not the comic.
Not the comic as much, no.
Yeah.
So, but I do my research.
Did you watch the TV show, the cartoon?
No, I never did.
Oh man.
So I know you'll probably out geek me on it.
Oh but like that's where everyone's kind of fell in love with Wolverine.
Yeah, but like I got the claws put in last year.
That's true, you did.
So.
You just.
Oh god. Yeah, it really hurt. So, but no, great. I'm glad they're finishing it.
Put your claws away. You're gonna cut someone.
Yeah.
There you go. No, put the Switch away as well.
Switch. We need one of these.
You're just gonna scratch up the Switch.
Yeah, I'm glad they're kind of finishing with Wolverine and with Hugh Jackman as well. I think they mentioned it everyone laughed it off, like who's going to take over Wolverine? Like who the fuck is going to take over? I guess they might have said that after Bale with Batman, but who is going to take on Wolverine after
well, here's the thing about that, to show how shitty Fox are with their movies, because none of the X-Men movies make sense.
Yeah.
And even like Jackman on that show, he just said doesn't matter. The other ones don't matter because they don't. And they made the joke. Ian McKellen made the joke about how Patrick Stewart died in one of them and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the X-Men franchise.
Actually, a question for you with the Wolverine.
Check it out on our new commentary. Out now on SoundCloud and iTunes.
It doesn't follow up with Logan, isn't it? It's just like a separate.
I think Logan is just its own thing. I think they just said fuck.
That's what I was thinking.
All of that. Yeah. None of that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because like I was going to say, who's going to follow up from Wolverine?
Yeah.
Nobody can, because the next movie in the X-Men universe stars Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones. It's the same. Right. It's the same kids from Apocalypse.
Right. Yeah.
But in Apocalypse, we saw Wolverine as Hugh Jackman. Yeah. So you can't bring in a new actor.
Yeah.
When we've already seen him in the movie with those kids.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to wait until a brand new movie comes out.
Yeah. They've gone and cocked it up, haven't they?
Well, it's not that they've cocked it up. It's like they've cocked it up in that they can't bring him in the next X-Men movie.
Sure.
Which is fine. It might mean they give it a break.
I still think they'll bring him in, but they'll bring him in, like I think I said on the last podcast, with a leather jacket on. He'll have the hair, have the leather jacket on. He'll get paid his money. I think half the reason with his Wolverine, he loves Wolverine, but it's the fitness thing. He doesn't want to like people want to see him like as a Wolverine, like he's going to be tearing his shirt off in his film, running through the woods.
He looks like amazing. Brutal, he's like a 50-year-old man. Yeah.
And but he doesn't want that anymore. No. Like he wants different roles, different parts. He'll definitely do, I think, like little things here and there. But he'll just have the jacket on, the collar up.
I don't know. I think
I'm talking like Easter egg cameo.
No. I don't think like Hugh Jackman had never come across to me as someone who.
Really?
Yeah. Just based on the way they're talking about Logan, and based on the fact that we're both so excited for it.
Yeah.
I think we're both ready that like by the last few minutes we're going to cry.
Yeah.
Like,
they were saying that.
And I'm not saying that they're going to kill him. I really doubt they would. But at the same time, I think it's going to be one of those endings where it's like. It's over. Yeah. This is it. We don't need any more story. Yeah. Or it'd be like a cowboy movie and they just walk off into the sunset. Yeah. And it's like, you could make another movie, but it's like, don't. Yeah. It's perfect. I think like I'm getting high expectations of the movie and I don't like doing that. Yeah. But I think Hugh Jackman is, he's got enough money. So he doesn't need the money. But he's also got the kind of love of Wolverine, like you said, that he's like, I don't want to drag him out. Yeah. I don't want to become a joke. Yeah. I don't want to be like in every other thing just, oh, look, it's Hugh Jackman again. And it becomes a kind of parody.
It's true.
I think he wants to give his Wolverine, the final wave goodbye.
He started it great. He'll end it great.
Yeah.
So, I completely agree. It's like very kind of different storyline. But you know how, I don't know why I'm relating to this, but Ricky Gervais with the Office. Yeah. He did The Office. He did 2 seasons in England and he finished it. He started it because it was fucking hilarious. He finished it because it was fucking hilarious.
And he did the Christmas special just to have everybody, like, everything turns out okay.
But I'm just using that formula of, like, starts good, finishes great, everyone craves it, always mentions it, you know, whereas, like, and there's nothing wrong with the American version because it was very funny, but how many seasons? 11 seasons?
10 like, seasons, yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
And know? Like...
I love that and
they lost Steve Carell in like season 7 or 8.
Right, yeah. And then, but just like going back to Wolverine is in, you know, it's, he started off strong, he's going to finish strong. Basically, it's that. Yeah. Finishing starting and finishing strong, and none of that bollocks where he's going to come in.
I don't think you could have a trailer with Johnny Cash hurt.
Yeah.
And then end up being like, see you next time, guy. It's not that kind of...
Well, did you hear them on Graham Norton? They said they had watched the trailer, because this is what I like about it, is they sat in and watched that trailer with Johnny Cash.
Yeah, everybody should stop listening to us. Just go watch the fucking Graham Norton show.
Yeah, they didn't know.
We're just repeating everything they said.
Didn't know Johnny Cash was going to be played.
Yeah.
So both of them were like pretty emotional. Like, even when I was watching that trailer, I'm like, this is perfect.
That song just kills you.
They played, and then there was another trailer with some great music as well. I can't remember the track, but anyway, whoever was doing the trailer cuts, awesome. And they didn't give too much away either.
Speaking of trailers with crappy music, the King Arthur trailer.
Just fucking bollocks, mate.
I just remembered, it was after we recorded
last week. You mentioned it last week.
It was only after last week we recorded. I was like, oh yeah, they stuck in a fucking pop song because they that's the thing.
Was it Friday?
No, it was worse because it annoyed me because it was Led Zeppelin when the levee breaks.
Yeah,
you know, I'm not going to do the whole damn song, but like it's such a great song, such a brilliant, great song.
Do the whole song.
When the levee. No.
I just sang Friday. I'm super embarrassed by that. I just fucking sang
Friday.
It
keeps on raining. But if they,
Godspeed.
Godspeed. Jesus Christ, Godspeed.
Godspeed.
And if no one knows. if they have the that's the thing. It's like clearly with that shitty King Arthur trailer, they're like everybody else is putting a pop song in. We're putting in a pop song. Let's get a Led Zeppelin because the stone is underwater and levee is water and the water. And I was just like, fuck off.
No.
But with Logan, it wasn't a pop song. It wasn't like, here's a catchy, cool Bohemian Rhapsody. Look at all the fun. It's like, Jesus Christ, this is painful.
Yeah.
This is a trailer.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling upset.
And the best thing, again, I don't want to repeat myself from last week, but the best thing is...
Don't say it. It's perfect. That's it. Go on.
Is the R-rated.
Yeah.
So
that's what I mean. Like
that's one of the best things they could have done.
Because the next X-Men movie won't be R-rated.
Yeah.
This is R-rated.
Yep.
The director of this did direct the Wolverine.
Yeah.
And he directed Walk the Line with Johnny Cash. Wolverine, Hugh Jackman is at an age where he can go and just say, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like he can go out on top, like you said.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart, again, he said it too. He's like, this, as I saw it, like this was the best ending I could get.
Yeah.
I can't get a better ending.
Don't come back in. Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't...
Now that we've talked about it, now you mentioned it, I completely 100% agree.
Yeah.
And I don't see either of them. I don't see either of them in another film.
Yeah.
Like another X-Men film.
Yeah.
It's just ended their careers.
The careers are done.
It's like everyone believed it so much. It's like...
Sorry, Hugh. I'm sorry. You had a good run.
Yeah.
You were doing all right. But you and Patrick, you're out. And we can't have you in any more movies. Dear Hollywood.
We're done here. We're done.
Yeah, so I'm excited for... Like, it just, to me, it seems like... And we could talk about it in our commentary, and we do. I don't know if we're saying this in the past or future. We haven't recorded the commentary yet. But we will mention, they kind of earned the right to end the story.
100%.
Like, the problem with the Wolverine that I have, and we can go into it, is that it seemed like there was too much interference. Like, they had a good idea, and then it seemed like it was going to be a small, personal Wolverine story.
Sure.
And then they made it into this big action thing.
Yeah.
I think with this movie, they said, look, we made your movie. We made you $1 billion. And Hugh Jackman said, look, I was in Apocalypse and that was a pile of shit.
Yeah.
But I did it.
Yeah.
I turned up. I did Weapon X.
Yeah.
Let us make this.
Yeah.
Let us put sad Johnny Cash music on the goddamn track.
Yeah.
And have a little girl and me all shaky hands and bloody Patrick Stewart even shakier hands.
Yeah.
Everyone's shaky, dying. And be like, this is the movie we're making.
Yeah.
And it's no happiness and it's R-rated and fuck all y'all. This is what's happening.
Yep.
And I think like he's at the type of his career and the movies are on a trajectory that he could be like, we're ending it. We're ending it the way we want to end it.
Exactly, yeah.
So like, I don't want him to come back.
We're almost to the Graham Norton show here because I'm going back to it.
Yeah.
Because he did mention that he was very surprised that they actually ticked off on the script. He was like, what? You guys want this? And then, because he was thinking they were going to change it. They were going to make it Hollywood and this and that. Yeah. But they were like, oh,
can we get Jennifer Lawrence in?
Yeah. And he was like, you guys are okay with this? And then suddenly, like I said, when they went and watched the trailer and they had the Johnny Cash, I think they both looked at each other and they were like, this is actually exactly what we wanted. Then they came through again and said it's R-rated.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy shit, you know?
Yeah.
Also, Graham Norton, they showed the fucking R-rated trailer. I don't know if you know.
I didn't watch it.
The guy just
I was skipping. I didn't watch
claw right through the head.
I have seen that.
But that's in the R-rated. So they showed that on Graham Norton.
That's past the watershed.
I know, but it's just that's what I love about UK TV as well. You're allowed to swear. You're allowed to have a
for those who don't know, what
we
we have over in UK, Ireland, most of Europe, it's called the watershed.
Yeah.
If you
9 o'clock or 8 o'clock? 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Yeah. And what happens is that after 9 o'clock, basically anything can be R-rated. So you can't swear on breakfast TV. You can't show excessive violence at like 6 or 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
But once you get to 9 o'clock, it's past the watershed, and you're allowed to say shit, or you're allowed to show violence and have sex scenes or whatever.
So they showed the R-rated trailer on Graham Norton.
On like the national, it's like Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, or not even Jimmy Fallon. It's like the Late Show. It's the biggest, most popular show on Friday night.
Exactly, yeah.
And they're showing like this guy getting 3 claws in his head.
And then it cut back to the crowd and to everyone. And everyone's like, yeah, that looks great. And I'm like, that looks fucking amazing.
That looks great.
You showed the R-rated one there. So I like that. Yeah. Can't say it enough. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I just hope we don't text each other and go like, fucking balls.
Yeah. We won't even wait till Monday. Like, that's it.
I'm pretty sure both of us will enjoy it. It's just how much. Like, I think we're both going to be at a level where we're like, this is great. It's just, how... there might be something in the film where you're like, oh, I was so annoyed when that bloody car did that, or whatever.
I don't know why, but I have a very specific expectation for this film. When it ends. And I'm not saying I don't know what the story is.
I was going to say, are you going to be nervous for the end of the film and how they actually finish it, or are you nervous for like other bits? Or
I just I know the film's going to be good. Yeah. It's got good ratings, whatever. But what I need it to feel a certain way. I want it to make me feel a certain way. I know it's a very weird, sentimental thing to say.
Yeah.
But based on everything I've seen, based on that trailer, based on what everyone's saying, it's like, if you don't do this the way I expect it, and you cheapen out or you take an easy shortcut, I'm not going to like it.
Yeah, I can understand that.